пожаловать в Москву. А вот люди. Джеймс, Крис, Лев. Тимон, привет! Малыш.
А что ты так? Иди сюда! Стесняется.
Привет!
Иди сюда, обнимемся. Пойдем. Привет. И говори.
So first job we're going to do here to test our skills in the screwdriver is to put some floorboarding in the loft. But before we do that, we need to fix the ladder, because Luba's ladder is one of these really cool factory built ones that fold out, but you have to cut the end of the legs to fit your height of the ceiling. And she's been walking on it like that. It's been bent like that. So we're going to measure and cut so we end up having a straight ladder all the way down, so it's nice and safe. And we've just pulled the ladder away from the hatch because the installers didn't do that, and we've also moved the ladder, which we need to test that it shuts, higher, so if we do make a mistake on cutting the legs, we can either just, if the angle's correct, we can just lower the ladder down, or if the angle's completely wrong, we can recut. So what we've done is, to get the length of the ladder, we have to measure from the front to the floor, but we need to make sure it's a measurement to the actual floor, not a part of the wood that's hovering in the sky. So what I've done is I've put the face of this onto the front of the ladder, got it in line, slid it down to the point where it touched the floor, and I've crossed a mark here. See it around the back here, and then I bring it round and I mark that front. That's there. Look, I almost would have cut it
Too short.
too short. Not that one. So that's,
Do you want to check again?
yeah.
Front?
So the bit that touches the floor is the same bit that I'm drawing on to make sure the bit that's touching the floor, get this in line with the ladder, and I've marked exactly where this stops, touching the floor, touching the ladder, and on the front here, in line, so that's this way, so it's the bit touching the top of the ladder, touching the floor, in line, and draw the line. So I put that on here, line it up with the top there, transfer that back mark here,
And then front will be here,
And
and
then
then you draw a
front.
line, right?
and then front we can from there.
So why you got two things here? Which one's which?
Not that one, not that one.
Sure?
Yep. And there's your front part.
And then you draw a line.
Draw a line there, and draw a line here, and cut it straight down. And what we could do, just to verify, use a tape measure, measure from the top to the new marks. Just check they're the same. Yeah. Okay.
So we cut the first bit off. I had to hold to help, so I didn't video that. So we have done the cutting.
And I've checked it.
You checked it, works. Good.
I've checked it. It's perfect.
That's what the builders should have done. We have
What the
done.
builders should have done, yes. They're very good ladders. I like these ladders. Fold away. The door is insulated.
Yeah.
It's built ready to just put into the hole. And if the builders have a clue what they're doing, they would fit it properly.
Yeah.
We're not builders.
And you know how to fit
And
it properly.
and we know how to do it. Absolutely.
Precision, guys. Precision.
Just nip them a bit more. Все закончилось.
Кончилось. Готово.
Готово. Приготово. Okay, we open like this. Come down. Put it down. And that. Stairs come down. Like that.
Look, perfect fit. Идеально.
Mama, finished!
Иду.
Иду. Finished.
Который инженер?
Идет мама проверять.
Test.
Молодец. Спасибо.
Давай.
Good. Все?
Perfect.
Не упирается теперь ничего.
Тут все завалено вокруг.
И теперь не упирается. Видите как? Вот. Alright, the room is clear. Day one of work begins.
Да.
Начнем.
So what have we done so far, Danushka? What did we do?
Prepping takes longer than the actual work.
So what we did, we cut off all the foam that was protruding from the corners. We smashed off any of the plaster filler stuff, so that's not in the way. We've cut the wood down from 3 meters to 2.94, 8 pieces. We made a nifty little tool for Tanya to use to push the wood up. We've got a level with a straight edge. That's the longest straight edge we've got, apart from a massive bit of plaster. And we've started putting our plasterboard fixings onto the existing ceiling. And the reason we're doing that is because the electric cables are sticking out underneath the roof timbers, and stuff.
Yeah.
So normally that's inside, screwed through. But in this occasion we have to bring it down so that we can feed that cable above the plasterboard. So right now what we're doing is putting the first bit on. This is the straightest bit of wood we found. The wall is straight as well. We've put it in the middle. We're just measuring to make sure we're exactly the same distance, middle and the sides, and then we're going to fix it.
With 8 screws altogether.
With 8 screws all together. I'm going to use 2 in each bit of wood, 90mm, just to make sure that it doesn't fall down. And then we're going to follow it through. So we have this first one is a slightly different measurement that we've done. Note to ourselves for the future. Because we're putting the plasterboard against the wall and we've got nothing to fix it to, we put this wood up against the wall. We're fitting the plasterboard to the very edge of this wood, not the middle. So this is not itself at 60 centres, it's 58 centre because we're putting the wood at the very end, but 60 centre here. Going on, we're going to do 60 centres for the plasterboard. Super! Alright, so we've got 60 centres all the way along. At the end here it's what, 55 at this side, a little bit shorter. We've moved the electric cable. It used to go straight on and this way. We've rerouted it around our new bits of wood. Supported it up there, out of the way of our drywall screws. And added a bit more wood there if we wanted to fit something a bit more heavy.
Now you just gotta add more screws.
Just gonna put some more screws in all of these so it's stronger. 2 screws always good. We're gonna be putting all that plasterboard on. Tomorrow we put plasterboard on.
Yippee!
Okay, now we've got all of the screws in holding the buttons up. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 for every single batten going in up to the top. And we've got 5 sheets of plasterboard to put up tomorrow. Day 2 in the big Luba house. 2 of the housemates decided they're going to put plasterboard on the ceiling today. So they got a big knife and they started cutting it. The plasterboard was too heavy for 2 people. So the people cut it in half so that maybe with just the 2 of them, they can lift it and put it on the ceiling. Shivery, shiny.
Yeah, it is. It's ice.
Piece of ice on top of this. Ah.
Yeah, it's not falling. Pretty.
Look, it's like rivers. We've melted down the top of the...
Yeah. Yeah, snow is going, that's it.
That's so early this year.
It's early, yeah. Well, it
a month early.
might dump a lot of snow again before, but not as much.
Right, so we have prepared the plasterboard. We are going to try to do something like, we're going to bring the plasterboard up. Tanya's going to push it up. I'm going to slide it in under here. Tanya's going to kick that up to hold it in place. And then just going to bring that across and hold it in place there. And then I can set some screws in around.
Just done. Let's see how it goes. This is job done so far. Almost there. We have finished. And it's how echo.
Like a church.
Echo.
Cathedral.
Right, this was the easy bit.
Let's Tanya.
And let's fill the gaps. Day 3 today. Либо мажет дырки. Что, трудно? Ну что? Что тут происходит? Professional.
Привет.
Привет.
What is it? Silent movie?
Maybe.
До свидания.
До свидания, милое создание.
Not up to the top. Because we cut.
Если что.
Так, давайте клеим дальше. Профессионалы.
Oh no, don't film this.
Professional.
Now we make a mistake.
В 62 года лазит, как кобылка молодая. Это Люба. Так. Все, давай, Крис, совмещай. Где у меня тут? Все, давай. Опа.
Как?
Так, давай. Тут я держу.
You see the gap disappear.
Все готово. All done.
Ta-da! Who would live in a home like this? David, it's over to you.
Очень красиво.
Here we are. We are at a finished wall situation. Still got to get a light and do the skirtings and a door, but I think the wallpapering is done pretty good. We've got the socket covers to find tonight. There's under the stairs somewhere. I think it's pretty good.
Lovely day for a walk. Let's go for a walk. Snow is melting. Today's
Snow is melting all around me. It's really muddy. Don't go there. Over there is a channel you will get wasted.
there's a ditch there. Yeah, don't go there.
So we're off Nona. She's up for sale, and we're moving on to the next step of our adventures, our journeys. And we are currently staying at Tanya's mum. We're on the outskirts of Moscow, and she's just building a new house. And we've been given the job to decorate the kids' bedroom. So we have to do the plasterboarding of the ceiling, the filling of that, the painting of that, new lights, sort the electrics out. We're going to prep and wallpaper the walls, and then we're going to get some doors, fit some doors. So we've already done our bedroom. If I show you that, it's just through here. You can see that we've got missing doors everywhere at the moment. So this is our room that we've decorated. It effectively did look the same as the boys. There's the boys, say hello. So so we're waiting for the door here, light and some curtains. So we're going to start with this wood. We're going to be putting that wood up here. The plasterboard comes at 2 meters 50, 2.5 instead of 2.4 in the UK. So we are, instead of doing 60 centres, we're doing 62.5 centres, and that should do the whole roof with, I think it's the whole ceiling with, I think it's 8, 1, 2, 3, how many we've got, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of wood to go across. Like I say, we need to pull this electrics down and reroute it slightly. So we're going to take you on the journey of doing this room. Look outside. So what are we? We are March. We are coming to the end of March, and it is the end of the snow season. So today we've got some rain. It's been lovely and sunny recently. You can see the road started to melt, and this slope is now grass. So give it another week, we'll have some grass and we can go out and have some fun in the garden. So next step is to start doing the wood.
Room number 2.
Yeah, welcome back to this room that we showed you earlier. Or I showed you earlier. Who would live in a house like this?
We do.
Nobody would. Nobody would live in a house like this until it's finished. So that's the frame that we said we were going to put up so that we can fit plasterboard on. The reason we've done this is because there's not enough wood at the edges. There's only 4 pieces of wood to attach all of that plasterboard to, so we've spread the load out over these. Same as what we did in the other room, so we know that it holds because it's been there for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Ready for plasterboard tomorrow.
Plasterboard tomorrow. Sweet.
Beautiful sky.
Oh, not so beautiful anymore. Any more done? Last bit. And then we're finished. And then stage 2 was done. So we've got the plasterboard up. Tomorrow we are going to do the filling and taping. Let's see where we are at the moment then. So we have the plasterboard up, and Mummy Russia has been filling in the gaps in the wall with plaster. Because we didn't quite get the plasterboard up to the walls. The walls weren't quite finished at the very top. And now I'm going to go and put some fast drying plaster over all the screws and it in the gaps of the plaster. Filling in the holes, filling in the screw holes. Hi. So the ceiling has been mazed. Is it mazed?
Zamazan.
Zamazan.
Zamazali.
Zamadali. So many words. But we have put the plasterboard up and we have plastered it. Looking good.
But is the bit sticking out? I didn't want to put it in.
A little bit up there, needs a little bit of sand in it. Right, so what we've done now is we've obviously done all the plastering on the plasterboard. We have primed the plasterboard with watered down paint, primed all the walls ready for wallpaper with watered down paint, and we've done the they call it the plinths, but I guess we call it the cornicing around the room. So tomorrow we're going to paint the ceiling and then we're ready for wallpaper. Hi guys, welcome to this video. In this video we're going to be trying to put wallpaper up and try to listen to what this Russian lady is saying. At the moment I've been a slave. She says, get this, get that, I get it all, she smashes the wallpaper against the door, it's fine.
Дай-ка мусорку. Найди.
She says, get a paintbrush.
She just told me to go and find the bin.
She says, no. She said, what?
She just told me to go and find the bin.
You gotta find the bin, you gotta find your own bin. She stood around here going, ooh, I'm a slave owner, yeah. Slave owner. You go get the bin, go get the brush, go get this, go get that. Give me a drink, give me a beer.
Кончай болтать. Давай работать.
Just stop talking.
Да.
Stop
Get on
talking.
with it, get on with
I'm
it.
not doing any work.
Should be resting for half a day now. She's trying to do some work.
Oh look, I'm opening this little
Держи.
plastic. Oh, this little bit of plastic is such hard work. Simple. Simple. Yeah.
Так, это сжечь. Вот это сжечь.
We've done the ceiling.
Yes.
Really good job.
Excellent.
Так.
Супер.
Super.
Сейчас мы будем клеить обои в детскую. И будет у нас еще одна комната, более-менее готовая.
Да.
Да.
Комната номер 2. Работники, давайте.
Давайте.
Маленький.
Полезно. Ну вот там надо отрезать и уже замазать. Да.
Сухой.
Тоненькой кисточкой возьми.
Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to another exhibition of how to do wallpaper in Russia. If you don't like mountain, please don't come here because you're very, very high in the mountain here.
Этот все позирует. Артист. Чистый артист.
I have painted this by my own English hand. It takes me 5 seconds. Like this. So, the room is finished. Well, the walls are finished. We've got the mountain, Mount Everest or somewhere.